In the winter of 2017, my then girlfriend, now wife Candace, and I decided to escape the blizzards of Nova Scotia and head down to sunny Barbados. After getting our rental car from near the airport, we were having little trouble navigating north towards our reservation for the first 5 days of our trip. That is until spotting this sign, which had us really questioning things. When we arrived at our destination just north of Holetown on the west side of the island, we went exploring on foot and quickly discovered that we had easy access to a very secluded beach near where we're staying. We ended up spending a lot of time over the next 5 days here. While swimming, I felt something brush up next to me one night, only to turn and see that it was a stingray that had to be at least 3 feet long. The flailing and scrambling that I did at this point to get back to shore is something I'm sure that local residents would not be proud of. Thankfully, we acclimatized early on in our trip and seemed to always have an ample supply of the locals' beverage of choice on hand. Having a couple of these sitting back on the beach waiting on ice certainly did help me calm the nerves following this uncalled for stingray incident. Upon returning to our accommodations after the beach, we were greeted by this fellow on our front door. That's right, it's a gecko. The next day we explored the neighborhood and noticed some excellent tennis courts nearby. This made me very happy. That poor little rental car that we ended up with sure got a workout with me behind the driving wheel on this trip. This is one of the several quote-unquote roads that I navigated along in pursuit of geocaches in the country while there. Speaking of geocaching, I managed milestone cache find number 9,000 here at this location while in Barbados. While in the midst of one of our various tours, I decided to venture up this road, only to later find out that it was a restricted military zone and we should never have been up there to begin with. My humidity solution. This is an area on the east side of the island known as Bathsheba. I tend to enjoy talking to random people while out and about. Sure enough, we ran into a fellow crew of Blue Nosers along the way. We even ended up making friends with some of the locals at one point, who turned out to give us a guided tour of the south end of the island in their Jeep. They often say a picture says 1,000 words. Well, feel free to post a comment to this video with your best guess as to what all is happening here in slide number 14. This is the view from our balcony on the south side of the island where we stayed for the final 5 days of our 10-day trip. Welcome back to Nova Scotia. This is the stark contrast that awaited us 3 days after we got home somewhere in the Sydney area. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I hope you enjoyed the snippet of a virtual tour of our trip from back in 2017 to Barbados.